Good morning, everyone. 7:04. Glad you're with us. It is a Wednesday, the 17th of December. We are 1 week out from Christmas Eve, 2025, and then we begin to put 2025 in the rearview mirror, as they say. Cloudy skies. I will get a little bit of sunshine in here today as well. 62 the high. There we go. Back into the 60s. Thursday, we're going to have some rain in the forecast. 66 the high. That'll bring a little bit of a cool down. Sunny skies Friday. High 53. And then the weekend looks good. We're back to sunny skies and 63 for the high on Saturday.
Yeah, boy.
Not bad. We'll take it.
Yes, indeedy.
Glad everybody's with us. We welcome you in. The president going to address the nation tonight. We will carry that at 8 p.m. Central Time. So if you're out and about in the automobile or away from a radio, you can listen to us on your handheld device, on our app. But we will carry that speech in its entirety.
Is it me, or does it seem weird that that's at 9 o'clock Eastern time?
It is a little odd. That's
that
a little late.
Late to
but
me.
That's Trump. That's Trump trumping.
You know.
Usually, what, 7 maybe? 7 is about an average time?
I mean,
That'd be 8 o'clock Central.
I got invited
Eastern?
to a Christmas party that started at 8 o'clock last week, and I was like, what, am I, an owl?
Right.
No.
It's my
I'm
bedtime.
not. Yeah, you got to be kidding me.
8 o'clock.
I am in my PJs, sitting in front of the TV watching Family Guy reruns at that
Unless
point.
it's a Friday or Saturday night. I
No,
think
even on a Friday night.
during, during the week, it's like, what? What time? Yeah, it does. It's 9 o'clock Eastern for him.
Oh, that's, well, I
So-
mean, of course, he's up all night, so.
Yeah. He doesn't need any
Then he-
rest. What, 3-4 hours?
Then he sleeps through his cabinet meetings. Works out pretty well. Anthony and Company Jewelers, I was just there yesterday checking out the supply and the arrangement and the amazing array of jewelry. And boy, they got customers coming and going through there at a pretty rapid clip. You should be joining them. There's a good reason why they're so busy. A, Christmas headquarters. B, huge selection. C, little itty-bitty prices. Prices so low they can't afford to have a sale. Now, that's a pretty good deal right there. Plus, they do custom work. I watched somebody bring something in that they wanted worked on yesterday, and they took it right to the back room and put it in the lineup. You know, there's a lot of stuff. They're working on a lot of stuff, but they do it all in-house, and I love that. You've got high-end watches, jewelry for men, if that's something that you're interested in for this holiday. Maybe you want to get your significant other an engagement ring, a pendant, a pair of earrings. You're going to get something unique, something different, something that is unlike anything at any other jewelry store when you shop at Anthony and Company Jewelers. And again, the price is very, very low. So low, they can't afford to have a sale. AnthonyCoJewelers.com if you'd like to find out more about them. Anthony Co. Jewelers on the World Wide Web. Or visit them live and in person at 2080 Valleydale Road next to Ragtime Cafe. Are you ready to do the three?
Let's do
All
it.
three things?
Knock
Go for
it out.
Okay.
Well, very sad news. Learning yesterday that a local reporter was found dead inside a home in the Hoover area Tuesday, as well as a second adult. And there was an unharmed toddler also in the residence. Police were called to the 700 block of Highland Manor Court, which is just off Sulphur Springs Road. This happened around 9 a.m. yesterday. The husband and wife were found unresponsive by a family member. Christina Chambers, a former sports reporter for WBRC Fox 6, she was there along with her husband. They were pronounced dead from gunshot wounds. Investigators say the deaths may have been a result of a murder-suicide. At least that's what it looks like. Chambers married in 2021 and also has ties to Thompson High School, where she served as a film advisor, and to UAB, where she graduated. The couple's 3-year-old son was inside the home when the deceased couple was discovered. Again, the 3-year-old son unharmed, but just not sure exactly what was going on there. And more details, and I guess through further investigation, we'll find out more and pass that along to you all. But just a tragic situation, what was going on in that household. And it seems that, more and more is coming out about her, that she was really loved. The people over at BRC and at Thompson and people that personally knew her said she was just a lovely person, and it's just tragic.
3-year-old being unharmed is a relative term, by the way. He's got a lifetime of trauma in front of him.
Yeah.
After that.
Well, depending upon at 3 years old, did he see something? Hopefully he was not the one that somehow came upon the parents. Maybe he was in his room still sleeping when maybe this transpired. I don't know. But hopefully his eyes weren't able to see and his ears weren't able to hear. That, maybe he slept through whatever transpired in that household.
Not a great day for him, no matter what.
Really sad. It looks like that cigar smoking incident following the Moody High School big football game, the win, just got worse for this team, unfortunately. The Alabama High School Athletic Association has announced penalties against the school for unsportsmanlike conduct during the post-game celebration in that 5A state championship. Congratulations, guys, on winning that, but the violation apparently took place in the locker room of Protective Stadium here in Birmingham, where players smoked the celebratory cigars. At issue was the underage tobacco use, staff supervision or the lack thereof, and sportsmanship. 4 assistant coaches, a head coach, and 10 players involved will be suspended from the 2026 Spring Jamboree, the 2026 Fall Jamboree, and the first regular season game of next year. Anybody think maybe these penalties are a little harsh?
Well, I can tell you this. The Moody football team's entire defense against this to the AHSAA was, hey, man, I thought you guys were cool. It didn't fly.
No,
that did not go as well.
That's what was said.
That was it. That was as good as they got.
Good. I don't know. Okay, I understand the underage smoking. If Protective Stadium says that it damaged the stadium in some way, the locker rooms were filled with cigar smoke, and they didn't want that. Maybe there's whatever the case. It seems a bit much.
Didn't you say your dad's Jeep Grand Wagoneer was previously owned by a guy who smoked cigars?
Yeah, some man paid him with this old. It was the original, the one with the wood panels.
Right.
It was maroon. It was everything. The picture you see of the old, and that thing stunk. If you turn the air unit on in there, it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, he was a heavy cigar smoker.
Yikes!
You couldn't get it out of the leather seats,
Oh.
the carpet, the whole car stunk.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Gorgeous, though.
So it does, kind of seep into
It lingers.
things.
There's no question about it. It absolutely lingers. And yet, at the same time, you and I went to high schools with smoking areas.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for them to be losing their minds over this, here's what the punishment should be. Here's an entire pack of cigars. Smoke them all right now, right in front of me.
And you will inhale.
That will turn them off.
Inhale them.
They will stop smoking cigars after about the third one. They'll be like, we've learned our lesson.
Again, it was all in just celebration. They college guys are doing it, and that's maybe next time some of those bubble gum cigars is what you hand
you go,
out. Some of those would work well.
My favorite cigar. It's a boy.
Yeah.
What?
Finally, this story. There is still looking for this Brown University shooter. He yelled something apparently before the shooting that took the lives of 2, including Ella Cook of Mountain Brook, injuring 9 other students. The FBI has now offered a $50,000 reward for information leading to the suspect. The detectives are still trying to figure out what the gunman said, but now we've got a bunch of students that are coming out saying he said Allah Akbar. So, that's part of this now. The economics class run by Rachel Friedberg. She serves as a faculty associate of the school's program in Judaic Studies. Don't really know if that was part of this motive, if maybe he was targeting her, and I don't believe she was in the classroom. It was an assistant that was there for the class that day. But again, very few cameras on campus. We have a few more images of this suspect. We see more clearly as to what he was wearing. He was very covered up, has a bit of a belly. He has a weird gait, a weird walk that he has. But certainly more is going to come out. But where's all the cameras? I guess, Brown University, not a huge school. And you talk about Rhode Island, you would think, in Providence, Rhode Island, things are probably kind of quiet there. They don't have a lot of crime.
Maybe not. I don't know.
But maybe this will change things and they'll get more cameras on campus. It sounds like they need it.
Providence, it's so small they could probably cover it with one big camera. Just get one good camera in there, and you
just one
get a good look at everything that's going on. But apparently they don't have that. They don't subscribe to that theory. That is a shame. Parrot Structural Services, ParrotSS.com, 668-2626. The foundation starts to slip, slide, crack, crumble, lean, or give way. You need to get in touch with these guys because they're going to shoot you straight. They are going to come out. They're going to give you the once-over. If there's nothing wrong, they'll say so. They'll just be like, yeah, no, we've looked. There's nothing wrong. It's normal settling. This is what they did on 2 houses. Well, one house, my ex-mother-in-law's, they said this is normal settling. The other one was, this is just shoddy construction. Like, really? It's the foundation's not going. No, foundation's not going anywhere. Foundation is fine. Pretty poorly built, though. Okay, gotcha. We understand that now. They did make a small change in my foundation when they came out to take a look at it, and I very much appreciated the great work that they did for me. ParrotSS.com, 668-2626. Licensed, bonded, insured, E-Verify compliant. Find out more at ParrotSS.com. Parrot Structural Services. I remember that Snoopy was playing the bass. Schroeder was playing the piano. Who was on drums? Was it Pig Pen?
Again, let's run the list. Huh? Who's on the piano?
Schroeder, of
Schroeder
course.
was?
Yeah, Schroeder. Even though the black keys are just painted on, he managed to make magic happen with that piano, man.
It was a little piano. As
Little
I
tiny
recall.
piano. Little tiny.
Real close to the floor.
Toy piano. He
Little
sat
toy.
right there. Loved him some Beethoven. Yeah, boy. Beethoven's birthday coming up, as a matter of fact. 2 days from now, I believe. Should be a national holiday. 720 Dixon of Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com. On the other hand, he was never on a baseball card. If he was never on a bubble gum card, how famous could he be if he never had a bubble gum?
You really need you need that card.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
Make that happen.
that's a Lucy Van Pelt quote right there.
Sure is. Hey, some rain coming in the forecast for tomorrow. We're going to enjoy the day today, but here's the thing. When we talk about rain, that's usually your reminder. You're like, oh, I meant to call B-Dry. I've got water issues at the house. I got cracking in the foundation. All of those things need to be resolved. And when we do get some heavy rains, for some reason here in central Alabama, there's an awful lot of homes that have basements that deal with water in areas there. Maybe water in the crawl space. So let's encapsulate that. That's really what it's all about. Let's make sure that water doesn't get there any longer. That's what B-Dry is all about. B-Dry waterproofing and foundation repair. These are the guys you want to call. Why? Well, they're locally owned and operated. That's one of the reasons. 2, they've been in business for 6 decades. That tells you that any company that's been in business this long knows exactly what they're doing, and they're going to do it right the first time. Plus, you get the strongest lifetime warranty in the business to back all of that up. B-Dry offers 12 months interest-free and no payments for 12 months, so get to know David Fevid and the guys at B-Dry. You probably see these trucks traveling all over town. They're blue and white trucks and just a great organization. So anytime it's waterproofing, anytime it's foundation repair, this is who you ought to call. 942-1976, 205-942-1976, or find them online and request that free quote. BDryAlabama.com.
Here we go, Jeff. Joke of the day.
I hope you bring it strong, Jeff. Come on.
Here it is.
It's 5-6 days leading up to Christmas. We need good ones.
What do you call Santa's helpers? Subordinate clauses. Oh, I like that one. I thought that was good. I thought
Carrie's
that was strong.
like, no.
All right.
Carrie Adams says,
Carrie-
no go,
Carrie
not
is
doing
the-
it.
Carrie is the final
Say
arbiter of
so.
such things. But I liked it,
It's
Jeff.
cute. That's
I
cute,
thought
Jeff.
that was well done.
Yeah.
Pumping gas at Walmart, Coleman, $222.9, says
Coleman
Robbie.
seems to have the lowest prices. is what
Well,
we're
you
seeing.
know, it's there has to be something positive about living in Coleman.
Be nice. We
sorry.
like Coleman.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, I do.
Peppermint Patty was on drums. I don't think so. I don't think Peppermint Patty was on drums. Foxy Boxy says Linus was on drums. Was he? He might have been. I thought Linus was doing a dance with his blanket. I thought he
Why
had the
don't we?
blanket thing.
Why don't we know this?
I don't know. Go look it up.
All right,
Go to
Peanuts.
YouTube. Look it up. Who was? There was somebody who was playing the drums there. Linus and Lucy. I'm sure we can dig something up.
Oh, let's see. Schroeder did the piano. Snoopy sometimes played the guitar.
He played bass on this one. Yeah.
Charlie Brown, guitar.
Yeah.
Pigpen sometimes played the drums.
Aha. Was
Vin-
Pig Pen on drums?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. On the drums? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they would have stayed together as a group, but Pigpen got hooked on the smack, and the whole thing just fell apart. It
Oh.
was a shame. 723 with Dixon and Vining. Ford said Monday it expects to take roughly $19.5 billion in charges, largely tied to its electrical vehicle business, as the automaker pulls back from aggressive EV expansion amid weakening demand. The write-down ranks among the largest corporate impairments on record and underscores growing skepticism across the U.S. auto industry about near-term profitability in fully electric vehicles. Ford has lost about $13 billion on its EV unit since 2023. Wow.
That's
This is what you get is these analysts who say, well, the reason that the demand has dropped is because there's no longer government subsidies. Okay, if you have to have a government subsidy to create demand, then you have a crappy product. I mean, come on. You're charging too much, or you have a crappy product, right?
Yeah, and we've said this when Joe Biden was in office and they were trying to shove the EV mandate down the throats of every American that everybody's going to have an EV, electric vehicles is the way to go. And then, you do a little digging and a little investigation about how the EV car or trucks don't go the distance that they need to go, especially if you're hauling something. No wonder Ford has lost $13 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not necessarily Ford's fault. Ford was trying to stay ahead of the game because of the mandates that the Biden administration was putting into place.
Right.
And now everybody's realizing it's really not that great a product. Y'all, it's not ready for prime time.
There's a kind of a trend here, you might notice. Under the Clinton administration, they had that mandate that came out. Acorn was responsible for pushing this, that said, hey, banks, you have to start lending money, mortgage money, to people who can't afford to pay you back.
Oh, there's brilliance.
Yeah.
You stop right there and you go, wait. What did you just say?
Hold on a second. What?
Say that again?
And so, of course, the banks began bundling these mortgages, selling them off, and then betting against them on the open market. That was the only way that they could make it work. And then they were made out to be the bad guys when it all came to light in 2008 during the housing collapse. But that all happened under Bill Clinton. Under the Obama administration, they passed the Affordable Care Act, which has now turned out to be very unaffordable, and once again needs government subsidies in order to stay afloat. If you didn't have government subsidies, you'd have a lot of insurance companies going under because they wouldn't be able to support and do what needed to be done with the Affordable Care Act, which is anything but affordable. And then under Biden, you had him forcing these electric vehicle mandates on manufacturers that didn't want to make them and on dealerships that couldn't sell them. Remember, they had just lots full of these things, and they were making these mandates that said you have to have as many electric cars as you do regular gas cars on the lot at any given time. So if you sold 27 internal combustion engine cars and 3 electric cars, you had to buy, you couldn't, we need to carry more, obviously, we need to carry more internal combustion. They're selling, and these ones aren't. No, you still had to maintain that level, which was insane, and Trump did away with all those mandates.
Right.
That was crazy.
And the market will dictate what works and what do Americans want. And Americans realize that they didn't. There's a certain, folks, a population that likes the EV cars. They're just going around town. They love them. That's fine. You can have them. But the rest of the world didn't jump on board because they saw that there are some shortcomings with electric vehicles. They didn't work. So the market dictated this. And I feel bad for all of these dealerships.
Sure.
I feel bad for the Fords and the Chevys and some of these other companies that put out all these EV cars. Think about the amount of money that goes into building, to designing, to going to market and putting them out there. The just promoting that they have the vehicles, the money that they spend in advertising.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an insane amount of money, I'm sure.
Well,
and it's all because that administration mandated that you had to have X amount of vehicles, and that by the time we get to year so and so, we had to be the percentage wise on EVs.
All has to be EVs by 2035 or some ridiculous number like that. Interestingly, if you look at the situation from the standpoint of trying to make something work that's not going to work, these dealerships and these manufacturers did the absolute best that they could under the circumstances, but they were going to lose money no matter what because, as we've said, these things are not ready for prime time. So now our buddy Craig from Birmingham Broker is doing some amazing. He's like, man, you can go out, you can lease one of these electric trucks.
Yeah.
And you can get it for a song per month, and then turn around at the end of it and give it back to them before, for instance, you have to buy a new battery or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically Ford and Chevy with their electric vehicles trying to just salvage anything,
Sure.
It's their version of short selling a house,
And we've seen one of the trucks that he was in. We were like,
gorgeous.
boy, this is a bad, kind of truck. What are you driving here, Craig? And he's like, it's an EV. We're like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it was good looking.
Absolutely gorgeous. And he said he took it to the beach. He got all the way there on one charge. I said, what about when you put something in the bed? He said, no. No.
And there's your answer.
Not going to happen.
That's every guy that has a truck that has to haul anything right now is like, nah, ain't going to work. That's not going to work.
Oh, no.
And they knew it. They knew it. So
that is just one of the shortcomings of these things. So, all right. I'm just glad that we did away with that. And I'm hoping that no administration in the future suddenly gets a bug up their bum and decides to go this way again.
Let me tell you something. Every time we say it, it's a deep meaning. Elections have results.
Oh boy, yes.
Let me tell you something.
Consequences are serious.
Consequences, right? You vote the wrong way, you dealerships, look out, because all of this could go back to exactly what Biden did. So
and we can show absolutely no measurable improvement in our climate as a result of these mandates.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they were going to continue to force them on us again and again and year after year. No.
Yep. Elections have consequences is the way it is. Don't forget that.
We look at sandwiches
2028.
coming up next. Toto, I don't believe we're in Kansas any longer. 7:35, Talk 99.5, talking995.com. Dixon and Vining here with you on this lovely Wednesday morning, which looks like it's going to be a good one. Partly cloudy and 62. Tomorrow the rain comes in 66. Originally that rain was going to be like at 8 p.m. Now they're talking about it possibly being in the morning. What?
Lovely.
What?
They moved it up a little bit?
A lot. I'm not that crazy about that.
No.
Okay. How about on Friday, things chill out a great deal. Clear skies and sunny, but 53.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, it's going to be sunny and 63.
Yeah, you can get outdoors Saturday. That'll feel nice.
It'll be nice. Be very
Get
exciting.
some stuff done.
Going to go deliver some Christmas presents.
There you go.
Assuming I get them wrapped in time.
Better get them wrapped.
Yeah.
Chop, chop on that. Yeah.
Stop pushing me.
I'm almost done.
Really?
I am. I'm pretty exciid.
I
I'm
still got a
very
ways to
close
go.
to being finished.
I got you a Christmas present yesterday.
You did?
Yeah.
I've been done with you for weeks.
Good, swift kick.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, it was between that and a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Poking the eye.
I couldn't figure out which
okay.
one.
Maybe I'll take your gift back.
Well, maybe you should. I don't know. I've been naughty, obviously.
You've been
I've
all right
very
this
naughty.
year. You've been
Oh,
okay.
That's nice. Thank you.
You'll deal with it.
7:36. Everyone gets cut a little slack around the holidays.
Sure they do. Hey, give the gift of making sure that your home looks absolutely gorgeous with maybe some brand new gutters. That's right. If you need new gutters, Noble Contractors is to the rescue. And let me tell you what, Daniel is really all about that. If you've got somebody right now that you know is dealing with needing some gutter repairs, maybe that gutter got pulled off because maybe there's some rotten wood behind that gutter and it's no longer able to hold up the gutter. Well, Daniel fixes that. He can fix the wood, repair that, repair the fascia, the soffit, whatever needs to be done, put the gutter back up, and you're back in business. If it's a situation where maybe you're building a home, maybe you've been in your home a long time, and those gutters just don't look very good anymore, and you want some new gutters. Noble Contractors, seamless 6-inch gutters, and yes, the gutter covers that go on top of those gutters to keep the leaves and debris out of that. Everybody loves that. Daniel can assist you with that. And his prices, well, get a free estimate, and you will see that he is very, very fair with his gutter prices. And so get a free estimate by calling him at 205-422-3034. You'll be very happy that you did. He's got a number of different styles and gutter covers that go with it. And again, he can do any kind of repairs that you need done in and around your home as well. Noble Contractors, 205-422-3034. Get that 10% discount on your new gutters. Just tell Daniel that you are a Talk 99.5 listener, and that's how that happens. Visit his Facebook page or go online, noblecontractorsala.com.
All right, here we go. We've done this before, but it was a different ranking organization that did it. This time it is Love Food, lovefood.com, that has decided to rank America's absolute best sandwich chains. Now, we don't have a lot of these chains, so I'm just going to skip over the ones that we don't have.
Maybe we could get some of these
I
if
mean,
they're really good.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, number 29 is Herbert and Gerbert's Sandwiches and Soups. You know
Never
what I'm talking?
heard of that.
Exactly.
Herbert, and
Yeah.
that's even hard to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't we just call it E&G's?
I agree. We're going to skip.
Herbert
We're going
and
to skip all
Gerbert.
those. Anything that we don't actually have. I've been to an Au Bon Pain. Was down in Biloxi.
That sounds like it hurts.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually a little bakery.
Listen, I'm just going to sit over here and make fun of the names.
That sounds good to me. Coming in at number 27 is Quiznos.
Oh, yeah.
Want to pick on that?
No,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
All right, yeah, I like them.
We used to
Toasted
have one
sandwiches
over
and
in
all
Wildwood over by where State Farm Parkway is, and it went away. And I was like, why did you leave?
that. Had one in Homewood as well.
Where'd it go?
Gone. It's a shame. They just had problems, man. They couldn't get it together. Okay, skipping over a lot here. Wawa. There's a couple of Wawas in our state. I've had sandwiches there. They're okay. That's why they're number 22. Not
had a
ranked
Wawa's.
higher than that.
Yeah.
Number 21. Get this. They put Arby's on this list
Arby's?
at number 21. They're saying
Well,
Arby's
that's
is
shocking.
slightly better than Wawa. All right, if you say so. Molly would get this. Runza. We've
Yeah,
talked
she
about
loves Runza.
That's over in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Portillo's. You ever had a Portillo's?
Never had that.
Oh, my gosh.
Good.
They do an Italian beef that is out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know whether I did it here or somewhere in this state or it was one state over. It may have been in Peachtree City. I don't know. If you run across one, I highly recommend going in and getting a dipped Italian beef. You will love it. Nukes.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
I like Nukes. I like
I
their
do too.
salads. Subway coming in at number 16.
Wow.
That seems high to me
That does seem high.
for them.
Should have been like 28 or 29.
I'm a little confused about how
Erps and GURPS maybe should have been.
Erps and GURPS.
I don't know what it is.
How does Subway end up above Arby's? I don't know. Because Arby's, last I heard, Arby's has the meats.
Yeah. Go ahead. Can't even do that.
We have the meats.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what Ving Rhames' full name is?
What?
Irving.
No.
Irving. I kid you not.
Seriously.
I kid you not.
Did not know that.
And it was like he was his college roommate, who I think is a famous somebody, who said, you should just use the second half of the name. Just use Ving. Everybody goes by Irv. You could just be Ving. It's like Topher Grace. His full name is Christopher. He decided to go with Topher.
Topher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he should have gone with Stop.
Maybe.
He could have just gone, just take the middle of the name.
Oh.
Okay, what else we got? Skipping. Jimmy John's at number 14.
All right.
McAllister's Deli at number 13.
Not bad.
I haven't been to a McAllister's Deli in forever, but seems like I always had a good club sandwich when I was there.
They were hot there for a minute. I think there's one in Pelham right there in front of the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. There's one still there. Blimpie.
Good food.
They're
I like
supposed to be coming
Blimpie.
back.
Come on, Blimpie.
Come on, Blimpie.
We need you.
Make it happen.
Although the picture of this sandwich is horrendous. I don't know what that is.
That's a lot
Is
of
that
avocado. Yeah, I think that's avocado.
And it
on
doesn't
top of
look
that.
like green avocado.
Yeah.
It looks like brown, like
Looks
it's
like
been
it's
sitting there a while.
Been out for a while.
Oh.
Not good. Ugh. Panera Bread at number 11.
Not bad. It's okay.
I don't.
You don't like it at 11?
I'm trying to remember if I had their sandwiches.
Their soup's pretty good.
I love their bread bowl.
Bread bowl's
Basically,
good.
you make a bowl out of bread, and I'm there. Whatever you're putting in it, I want some. Jersey Mike's coming in at number 10.
I would say that's number 1 on my list.
I'm glad they made top 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very,
I
very
think they're
good.
better than top 10.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
wonderful. Really, I've had one bad experience there. Unfortunately, it was my first experience.
What was the experience?
It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm never going back to this place.
Well, I told you there's one locally where they were serving up nice rare roast beef, and that's how I like roast beef sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow they were getting these, they slice it off the big old hunk
Sure.
of, and it was like well done. And I said, okay, I'll give you a pass this time. Next time, like 3 times in a row. Finally, I pulled the manager aside. I said, I love your sandwiches. I need the rare roast beef, and if you don't have it, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I went, rare roast beef.
They were back to the
It was
rare.
back.
That says it should be.
I know. I
mean,
was like, don't serve like overcooked
No,
roast beef.
It's chewy.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh no, it makes it.
Ugh.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason I went back to Jersey Mike's Subs is I was working for a radio station, and they catered an event. And I was like, if this is all there is to eat, I guess this is good. Hey.
Pleasantly surprised.
I became a fan that day. Potbelly Sandwich Shop, we don't have that. Another one we don't have at number 8. Number 7, Jason's Deli.
Oh yeah.
I like me some Jason's
You
Deli.
tend to forget about Jason's. You should advertise with us, Jason's.
Downside with Jason's is I don't think they have fries. All you can get is chips. there,
Chips.
which is very deli-esque, I guess. But I like me some fries with my sandwich. Firehouse Subs
Pretty good.
coming in at number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you. Jersey Mike should be above Firehouse.
I think so too.
I got nothing against Firehouse,
No,
but yeah,
it's
I like
not my
Jersey Mike's
go-to.
better. Coming in at number 4, Schlotzsky's. I used to love Schlotzsky's.
They have not. They have gone downhill.
Mm.
There's one on 280. I tried it.
That's the only one there is
I'm not.
nowadays.
It was not good.
The one I used to go to was down on Highway 31 in Pelham, right where 119 and 31 come. It's a Dairy Queen now,
Yeah.
but it was a Schlotzsky's at one time. Oh, I love that place.
It was. They were at an all-time high at one point.
Gone
but-
straight to hell. That mac and cheese looks like it just came out of a box, though.
It
I'm looking
does.
at this picture,
Yeah, it
and it's
does.
like, yeah, that's like a child's idea of mac and cheese. Number 3, we don't have. Number 2, Witch Wish. We used to have that here.
Yeah, there used to be some. I don't know that we have them anymore.
And coming in at number 1, something we don't have, Primo Hoagies. Never heard of them.
Hadn't either. But
Primo.
it looks like a good sandwich.
Maybe we need to get some better sandwich shops in this town. This town is lacking in top. Wait a minute. I forgot. We got Mr. P's. Never mind.
Can we get like a
Great
Cat's Deli here, like they have in New York?
Oh, man.
My goodness, where they pile it high,
Yeah.
like a real New York deli. The dill pickle. Come on, people.
What's the Mitch Hedberg bit about that? Where he says, it's like 2 saltine crackers with an entire cow on it. Can I get you anything else? Yes. More bread, please.
I do. I really miss because growing up in South Florida, there were a lot of Jewish delicatessens, and they just know how to
Really?
do deli sandwiches.
Jews in
It
South
was
Florida. Who would
yum.
have figured?
It was.
I've never heard
I'm
of such a
telling
thing.
you, it was a great deli shop on every corner. Anytime you wanted
betcha.
a deli sandwich,
No doubt.
Yum.
Yeah, I do love a really good deli done right. Chicago has a few that are. New York, of course, is loaded
And you like
down
them
with
heated, right? I don't like a heated sandwich.
I'll go either way.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, there are
don't
times when I don't want it heated up. A lot of times when I go to Subway, I'm just like, nah, don't heat it up. But depending on where you are, like absolutely, at Mr. P's, they recently started off. I don't know, recently, probably within a few years, started saying, "You want this hot? Oh yeah, you'll heat it up. Yes, count me in. A good hot meal. I love it." 7:45, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5. Your thoughts are always welcome at 545-9950. Catch us on YouTube TV. That is youtube.com, and then you search Real Talk 995 TV, and you will find us there. Petty. You know who taught him how to play guitar? Took lessons from Don Felder in Gainesville, Florida. Don Felder, of course, famously writing the music for Hotel California and Victim of Love, a few other Eagles songs. played with the Eagles for years, got kicked out of the band.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
didn't see that coming.
Steve says, tell Richard to try the New York butcher shop in Cahaba Heights. He won't be disappointed. Come on, tell me that. Tell me. Steve says so.
That's what he said.
Steve says,
Tell Richard.
Tell Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the New York butcher shop in
not.
Cahaba Heights?
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give it a try.
You should. You
Yeah.
should give it a shot.
Steve,
How about Diplomat Deli?
Been to the Dip. Love the Dip.
Yeah, Dip's pretty good.
Love the Dip. Big fan of the Dip.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff there. Renelli's.
Renelli's pretty good.
Let's talk about Renelli's. You know, I think
Renelli's Deli.
You got to get outside the chain group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to go to a Mr. P's. You got to go to a Renelli's. You got to go to a
yeah.
Dip to find yourself a really great deli sandwich. That is, I miss Max's too. Aqua Systems water is the best water on earth. End of story. I was doing some cooking/baking last night and created a situation with a pan that I just looked at and went, I could just throw this away. And then I said, no, let's see what Aqua Systems water can do. A little bit of soap and fill it up with Aqua Systems water and let it soak overnight. This morning I come out and the nastiness that had attached itself to the bottom of this pan slid right off. And you say, well, that was the soap. No, that was the Aqua Systems water. Believe me, I've had this experience in the past. It's not the first time I've cooked this. It's not the first time that I've had pans that have been absolutely corroded by, I'm not going to tell you what it was I was cooking, but because it'll surprise for some people. Anyway, unbelievably, this water does a better job of cleaning my dishes just when it comes to soaking. It also leaves everything sparkling with no need for a rinse agent. It does a great job on my clothing without the need for fabric softener. I'm saving money left and right simply by having an Aqua system. Also, great for cleaning. A can of shaving cream lasts me near a lifetime now because you can use so very little and it foams up wonderfully. The same is true with shampoo. The same is true with soap, body soap, whatever it is you're using. You're going to save a lot of money on this. So when you decide the big Christmas present for the family, think about Aqua Systems. It is a great gift for the whole household. Everybody will love it. 3833999. Get that free, no obligation demonstration. You're talking about non-commissioned salespeople, so they don't really care whether you buy something or not. They're just going to come out and show you how it works. And then it's the product sells itself is what it comes down to. 3833999. IWantGreatWater.com. IWantGreatWater.com. I used to love it when I had Sanford, Florida run simply because of the Sobix Deli that was there. That deli was awesome. I had Sanford run last week, and it's now a cannabis shop. Isn't that so?
Oh, no. Imagine pulling up. Your mouth is watering and you're ready for that sandwich shop, and there it is.
He said the
cannabis shop.
Cannabis tasted terrible, he said.
Oh.
I know the feeling, man. There was a place called Perry's in Pensacola. And went there one time, and the food, I was told about this by a friend of a friend, really. And, you know, I used to have the beach house down there. It was a long drive to Pensacola from where I was. But it was absolutely worth the drive because that Perry's seafood was so incredibly delicious. The now ex and I go there. We have a fantastic meal. The next time we're at the beach, we drive there again, have a fantastic meal. Flash forward 6 months, we drive there, and I'm like, doesn't look the same. We walk inside. Perry's was now a strip club.
Wow, there's another change.
Yeah, the guy at the door goes, she can get in free. You're $10. I'm like, isn't this a seafood restaurant? The guy goes,
Not anymore.
Not so much. Okay, thanks for nothing. Hey, that Wisconsin judge that helped the illegal immigrants sneak out the back door in Milwaukee.
The female judge, yes.
Yeah. She is about to go on trial. She has pled not guilty to all of this. I'll be interested to see if there's some maybe jury negation here because it's Milwaukee. Milwaukee is very liberal. It is the liberal part of Wisconsin. The rest of Wisconsin is basically Alabama, but Milwaukee is quite, Madison is quite liberal as well, to be fair. But Milwaukee is sort of the red, it's the blue dot in the red state, so to speak. But there's not a question about whether or not she's
guilty of this.
Oh, yeah. She absolutely
guilty.
Obstructed ICE agents in their duty, which is a crime. And I would really like to see her prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law as a warning to other judges
not to do this.
Don't mess with this.
Apply the law as it is written.
Exactly.
That's your job. And she said, I would take the heat for directing an immigrant to dash through a private courtroom door. You're going to take the heat.
Yeah, it's going to be more heat than you want.
And there should be.
It's going to be a lot of heat here. You're not going to be happy with this heat. Super.
Like stripper of her duties as a judge.
Oh, yeah.
You have no business being a judge.
If you're going to engage in that sort of activity,
No.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Once again, you're for the criminal and not for the law-abiding citizens.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. Susie Wiles. You know who that is?
Yes.
That is the
President's chief of staff.
the no-nonsense chief of
Yeah.
staff that
the
Donald
ice
Trump
queen,
has.
as they call her.
They do indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And she is apparently extremely efficient, very, very good at what she does. Out of all the people you've heard get picked on with great regularity out of this White House, the Pete Hegseths, the RFK Juniors, Stephen Miller, who's the deputy chief of staff, there's a ton of people that they just are going to make fun of, and even J.D. Vance gets abused sometimes. Nobody says a damn word about Susie Wiles.
No.
She
She just kind of she lays low. She protects the president.
Yeah.
She does her job.
I also think she's somewhat respected.
Mm-hmm.
I think people look at her and they go, that's a no-nonsense lady. We don't need to mess with her. Well, she did something incredibly stupid the other day.
Mm-hmm.
She went and did an interview with Vanity Fair.
Not sure why she agreed to this. That's what I would like to ask her. Why did you agree to do this?
When I heard last week she was doing it, I thought, this is not going to end well.
Mm-mm.
But I thought, well,
And it didn't.
But Susie Wiles is smart, and she's on top of things. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got this wrong. Maybe I'm misreading the situation. Nope. They took a lot of stuff out of context, basically. In fact, she says,
left a lot of things out too.
oh yeah, she says significant context was disregarded, and much of what I and others said about the team and the president was left out of the story. I assume after reading it that this was done to paint an overwhelmingly chaotic and negative narrative about the president and our team. Well, no duh.
It's Vanity Fair. What
Come
did you
on.
expect?
Exactly. The truth is the Trump White House has already accomplished more in 11 months than any other president has accomplished in 8 years. Agree. And that is due to the unmatched leadership and vision of President Trump, for whom I have been honored to work for the better part of a decade. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt quickly backed Wiles in her own post on X, saying Trump has no greater or more loyal advisor.
And Susie, and
Then
that's why
Susie.
Donald Trump picked her.
Mm-hmm.
He trusts her. Well, it's tough to say people around him. I know that he's been burned enough times, but I think with Susie, he's very confident that she's got his back.
Well, it's another one of these taking things out of context, like when she said Trump has an alcoholic's personality, and people are like, oh, well, what is that supposed to mean? The man doesn't touch alcohol. What she means is he has supreme confidence that he can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard the term 10 feet tall and bulletproof. That's what, Jack Daniels will make you. That's Donald Trump without the Jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
He's 10 feet tall and bulletproof all the time. And imagine if he wasn't, because a lesser man would have crumbled after the first indictment.
Absolutely. They would have said, I'm not doing this.
Instead, he had 4
Mm-hmm.
lined up against him, 2 of which he was supposedly found guilty of, and he fought his way through that and still re-won the presidency. That's an alcoholic's personality right there.
Well, he gets shot, attempted assassination. He's bleeding from the head. What does he do? He stands up and puts his fist up, fight.
fight.
I mean, who would have thought of doing that? That tells you the toughness of this president and the toughness of President Trump. The average person would have just laid on the floor going, I don't want to do it. I don't want to die. He's like, let me get my shoe. I need to put my shoe on and I got to stand up, fight.
Fetal position.
I mean, no one's tougher.
I would have been in a fetal position myself. Yeah. Susie, I hope you learned your lesson.
Don't talk to anybody. They're going to twist it every single time.
Mainstream media, not your friends.
Not.
Haven't been your friends. Never going to be your friends.
And I think, she's so sharp and she's so smart, and she is. She thought, I can do this interview. I will handle this.
Yeah.
And they just, again, left major things out, twist her words, write this story.
Hate it.
And it just doesn't behoove you to do that. Just doesn't. Don't do it.
If you've ever been behooved, you know how painful it can be.
Stay away from behooving.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I don't want to be behooved.
You could hurt yourself
I don't want to
behooving.
be hooved. Those little behooves are, you got to put shoes on them. What? 8 o'clock, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. 1 week from Christmas Eve today. I'm not trying to panic you. That's more of a warning.